We've talked about using a CPA network as an affiliate, but what if you've got a product that you would like to put on the CPA network as a merchant and get people to promote and drive traffic to your website? Well, firstly, you're going to have to sign up as a merchant. Typically, the affiliate and the merchant sign-ups are different. So if you can do that, then that's a start and you're going to be on your way. Expect the CPA network to want to qualify you. Is your product suitable quality? Is your website suitable quality? Does your sales process work? Does the tracking process work? And so on and so forth. They're going to ask you questions. They're going to possibly even want to see samples of your product, and you have to be prepared to give it to them. If you're not, then they may well turn you down. So these CPA networks rely on reputation. So if you're trying to shift rubbish, then expect them to turn you down. They're going to want to make absolutely sure that your product is good quality and is going to help them improve their reputation. It's going to be good for their affiliates. If it's not, then expect to be turned down. You also need to make sure that they're going to take care of all the affiliate payments. You don't want to be having to work out, right, well, this affiliate needs this much, this one needs the other. You don't want any of that. You want them to take care of all that for you. You want it as automatic and hands-off as feasibly possible, because if that's the case, then it's going to give you more free time. Remember, one of the keys to online business is autopilot. So make sure the CPA network take care of everything you can, and make sure they will give you lots and lots of statistics so you can see who's making sales, where's the traffic's coming from, and so on and so forth. Also look at their fees. Fees are going to vary widely between the CPA networks. Some of the bigger CPA networks may well charge you more, or vice versa. It depends upon the CPA network, depends upon the campaign that you're planning on running. So check out their fee structure. Check out the monitoring and statistic tools that are available for you. Now, obviously, the more you can tell about the traffic, where it's coming from, how it's working, how it's converting, the better for you, because you can then tweak your offer and make it work even better. Now, there aren't many info products on CPA networks. Not at all, unfortunately. You may have to be creative in order to get your product on there. The CPA networks tend to deal with real products like L'Oreal hair shampoo or lipstick samples or vitamin samples, and they deal with websites like dating sites, ringtone sites where people actually buy things. If you're trying to shift an info product on the CPA network, you may struggle. You may have to be creative and perhaps turn it into a physical product or something in order for it to be accepted on the CPA network. So you do have to consider that you might have to change the format of your product in order for it to be accepted. You may also have to start, because you're not a known name or a big company, you may have to start with a smaller CPA network. Get them to accept your product, and then as you start making sales and you've got proof that it's working, you can approach the larger CPA networks and say to them that you've got this proof, it is working well, and that you're making the sales, and they will then probably accept you once they see that it's actually working, because of course they want to make money too, and once they realise that what you're offering is making another CPA network's affiliates money, they're going to want it too. Always review the terms of the CPA network as well prior to starting a campaign. They all have a lot of similarities in the terms, but there are differences, and you need to be aware of what they're offering and what you can and can't do. There are certain things that you can't do, certain things you must do. You might have to run a campaign for a certain length of time or anything like that. I can't tell you without going to each individual site, but review the terms. It's very, very important that you review them, as it could cost you money. Are you tied in for a minimum sum? Are you tied in for a minimum time? Whatever. Make sure you know what the terms are. Also, you may be expected to pay a deposit, particularly if you are new to the CPA networks. They may want you to pay a deposit so that it will cover the affiliate fees, and it's a bit of security on behalf of the CPA network. Now, obviously, as you get better known with the CPA network, they may well waive this requirement, but be prepared to pay a deposit. It could even be several $1,000s depending upon your campaign. So just be aware that they may ask for some money. You might be able to negotiate the deposit down, but they may still insist upon one. So just be ready for that query. Ask them before you sign up or as you're signing up. They'll answer, they'll tell you. They're there to help you, remember. You may also have to make a lot of different banners and text adverts. The more you make, the more people will be able to use them. So, again, depends upon the CPA network. They may be able to offer the advert creation services, or you may want to get your resident graphic artist to do it for you. That might be a cheaper option. Just make sure you're aware of all the formats of ad that you need to provide. And the more you provide, the more options people have on their website. So that means that instead of people having to choose between 3 or 4 ads, they may have a lot more, which means that you're more likely to get adverts shown and placed because people can find something that matches and that fits in the space that they have available. So the more adverts you create, the more people are going to promote your product. Now here is a selection of adverts from a particular CPA network. Now you can see here there's a load of text adverts, there's a HTML solo email, a text solo email, and then we go into the banners. They've got 4 240 by 120 banners. These are obviously they're the same size, but some they have different graphics on them, different words. Some of them are flash animated and others aren't. You can see as well they've got more of the 300 by 250, which are more rectangular, and then they have an awful lot of the 468 by 60, which tells you that that's a very popular size banner, which it is. It fits conveniently across a blog, for example, so a lot of people use that size banner. The 728 by 90 is also very popular. That's a full size, full page banner, so a lot of people will use that as well. The CPA network will be able to advise you on what size banners are the most popular, but the more you can make, obviously the better for you. So for this one, I've got a lot of different choice. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 different 468 by 60 banners. So I can find something that fits with the theme on my website. Now obviously, if an advert's going to stick out like a sore thumb and scream I'm an advert, it's less likely to make a sale than an advert that blends in. So as a merchant, it's up to you to provide a good amount of banners. The more you do so, the more sales you are likely to make, because people are more choice. They're more likely to find something in your offer that's going to fit on their website. Okay, so just think about that if you're going to set up your own CPA campaign.